like to invite you here so that you can share a little bit of experience with special, as well as some like advice, so that the people who are following your steps can learn something from you as well. That's great. Thank you so much for spending time here with us. And by the way, my name is Howard from Smartcom TV. Very nice to meet you. And could you please tell us a little bit about yourself?
Okay, so my name is TP.HCM Kiên. I'm currently a sophomore at Phường University of Chí Minh, specializing in external economics. I've been studying this for the past 5 years.
5 years.
Quite a long time.
Yeah. No, comparing to others, then that's not a long time. I've heard of like 12 years, 20 years, and it's still at entry level.
This is a lifelong process.
Yes, correct. Any languages, like every language, is a lifelong process.
Sure.
So how did you know, like how did you find it? How did you find IELTS Special from Smartcom?
I think it all started like last August of 2016. I just graduated from high school, and it had been quite some time since I last studied this seriously. So as you would probably expect, my skills are quite blunt. And I figured out that I would take an English test, and maybe I can check my level to see if there's any part that's unsatisfactory, so I can improve it. And I was also secretly searching for 30 stages to improve my skills.
Secretly?
Yeah, especially speaking, because like you know how difficult it is finding a native speaker to also qualify teaching.
Correct.
Yeah, right. And so that's where I came across the offer at Smartcom, in which I would have an opportunity of a lifetime to take the mock IELTS test, and if the result is good enough, then I can actually earn a scholarship at the IELTS Special course with Dr. Ben Williams, who is regarded as the teacher of the 8.0 students, and I'm hoping the 8.0 is the IELTS score.
And ta-da! You're here today!
Pretty much a miracle. Very much true.
Not really, because from what I heard from Dr. Ben, the teacher of your class, you were quite a dedicated student. Of course, there was like fighting, and not really fighting, but there were arguments about the way, direction. But he admitted that you were very dedicated, as well as the efforts you put into the class is amazing. It's huge. So I think that's a part of the success as well. Not really a miracle, but that's what you deserved in the end.
That was the craziest.
Yeah, that's good from his description. So what was the most interesting thing that you saw, that you witnessed, experienced in IELTS Special class during the time? It was 4 months, right?
Yes.
Yes, during 4 months.
Pretty much everything about Uncle Ben. Just kidding. Actually, almost. So, like before the course, I was actually advised by my parents to like study Uncle Ben, if you know what I mean. So, so by studying, I mean like just like observing the way that he uses his language, the way he like express himself, and the way his thought process works. Because like it's a very important element in using the language of English. Yeah, right. And so I spent the entire 4 months of the course studying Uncle Ben. Yes. And like aside, that's me. Aside from sheer observations, there's also another thing that I did. Now looking back, I realize probably the most worthwhile thing that I've done throughout the course, which I asked him. I asked him like questions not just about the IELTS, not just English, but more importantly about life. Because it's a person with lots of experience. And like from this perspective, like an English speaker and native people, what is life like? And that's very cool. So I asked him what makes a worthwhile life, how important it is to like travel around the world, which he pretty much did. He's been to many countries. And like what it's like to create and to pursue a hobby. In case you haven't realized, he's a zookeeper. There's a lot of cats. Actually quite doesn't. Zookeeper. He also like reads a lot. Loves to play musical instruments.
Correct.
Yes, and what else? He also loves watching like Formula 1 racing.
For one reason?
Yes, like
I didn't know that.
Well, now you know.
Yes, I do. Thank you.
So and through all these conversations conversations, I realized how important it is to have someone who can share with you so much of our life, and someone so understanding. And most important, actually, is that it helps you realize the value of work. So, you know, he's a very busy guy. And so I would ask him, because I know that he's probably more than past his retirement age, why did he choose to continue working? And so he tells me the story. When he reached his retirement age, he decided that he would have the time of his life to spend the rest of his life doing what he loved. But after 3 months, he decided that either he's going to return to work or he's going to commit suicide.
That's not so bad.
Not really, that's close to that. And so, as you would probably expect, he returns. And at that moment, I realized because work is something that takes half of your life. So, in order you want to live a happy life, then the half of it better be a happy one, don't you agree?
Totally. Why not?
So, if you think of working as something that you have to do, something you have to do, and then when you're done with it, you have to worry about it, get out. And then I'm good, and I'm happy. But if you think that is the way to go, I'm very sorry to tell you that your life is going to be pretty miserable. And Uncle Ben realized that his purpose in life, his true interest, lies in his work. And just as the old saying goes, do what you love, and love what you do. So
it sounds like you and Uncle Ben, normally here we call, he called himself Grumpy. You can well imagine.
He kicked me out of class.
He kicked out a lot. Since you told me that he kicked you out of the class once. What happened? Why did he kick you out?
I wonder if he's going to be mad about this.
I don't think he would.
Let's hope that's not going to happen. I guess as I told you, I'm the craziest of the class. So sometimes I can be so stubborn. I was I have no medicine, I have no way to cure your situation, so I can kick you out. I usually just end up in arguments, not really, but just in conversation with a very serious type. And so it's dude, we are studying, we are not having a debate. If you want to have debate, so go somewhere else. Try to get in the fight between Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. So he just decided to get out. Okay, whatever. Oh my God.
What did he tell you when you came back for the previous class at home again? Obviously.
I guess I had the other option. Gotta come back.
Coming back to him, right?
Yeah, I miss him so much.
From the conversation I saw downstairs, you did. You guys were lifelong friends, not really with teacher-student anymore. So what did he? I was just out of curiosity. It's not really in the interview, but just out of curiosity. So what did he tell you when you came back?
So you actually came back. And I was in a relationship actually. Returned to his beautiful
peace.
And
everything.
And waiting for the next song.
And so from the sound of it, you and Uncle Ben came to a very close relationship. So to achieve 8.5 in IELTS, I know that for some people it's not that high. However, for ordinary people like us, for me,
it's not that high.
For nine scores.
There are only 5 people who achieve 9.
Correct. So only for those 5. Only for those 5.
Get them out.
For ordinary people like me, for example, it was a very, very great achievement for a student, especially for second year student, for someone like you. So, to your teacher, to your uncle, do you have anything that you, a message or anything you would like to tell about him or tell to him?
Well, to Yeah, looking like this. Well, because like throughout all these answers I've been talking quite so much about that.
Yes, yes.
And if you let me, I would probably go on it forever. Really, because I don't think I have ever met anyone so dedicated, so nice,
Yes.
and so lucky. Which is really important for us
To have all things.
Yeah, right.
So, anyway.
Yeah, basically, and like, just through your mind, I realized like, how much I wanted to become someone just so like him, like someone who loves to read, someone who has a lot of hobbies, someone who has big purpose in life and works hard for it.
Yes.
And it's so much more than that. And so, Uncle Man, if you're watching right now, I just want to say thank you so much.
Oh dear. I believe that whoever watches this would be very curious about who Uncle Ben is and like who is excited to be that inspirational to you.
I'm hoping I can attract another like student to it.
Yes, absolutely that. And because when it's easy to say that you love a teacher. It's easy to say that you learn a lot from a teacher, but it's not easy for a teacher to make a student say, I want to be like him, or I want to be him in the future. So I think that's a great source of inspiration of memories that made you interested to you. And I believe that your relationship, not only as teacher, student, but also as two friends, in so accident of life that you met. So alike to each other.
It's like a series of accidents.
Hopefully not too many, and hopefully that all ends in happy endings, like you and Uncle Ben's story. Not in disasters. So aside from the teacher, which is one of the most important factors in the classroom, was there anything else in the lesson or either knowledge that you achieved or the experience that you gained in our special that helped you with your actual IELTS test?
So I had around 2 months ago, I asked Uncle Ben about which are the websites I do research on the IELTS.
Yes.
Because like there's so many IELTS-related websites on the net.
Yes.
It's like a few things to choose on. Because like each of them follows different directions. So actually taking authority on that, which is Uncle Ben, to show me like what is the best way to go. It's just super nice. And like if you want like a good recommendation about the sites you should research on IELTS and also a place where you can get your IELTS exercise on a regular basis, I would strongly recommend IELTS material. Yes. And so, that's exactly what we recommend. Yeah, I find extremely useful.
So, IELTS materials.
Yes.
So, that is a site that is a free site that you can access, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, I got that. And, because I had the honor to read the email that we sent on the Ben. You mentioned 50 writing, 50 like essays you sent him?
Tell you I'm crazy.
So how did you deal with it? Like 50 different statements or on the same statements or so? Since I heard people saying that after a correction you need to rewrite it and then you send it back so that people know if you improved or not. So how did you do it?
I think it's mainly has to do with setting a regular basis of work.
Yes.
Like because IELTS is just like a daily part of your life. You don't consider something like a subject as something you have to conquer.
Yes, correct.
So like because it's so useful and it's so essential to your life.
Yes.
You really want to embrace it.
Yes.
You really want to make it something that you experience and you love to do every day. And so that was the target I set for myself. So I want to do every day, I do writing, writing piece, and I do research about it. And I look at all the information on the net, and I always found something that I'm interested in. Because there's always something nice for you to look up to. And so I think that's the approach, a very nice approach that you can use to learn English.
Right. Since from my own experience, I've been working with English for quite a while now, 7 years now. Not as a teacher, but also as a cousin working on the materials of English. So I found that reading as well as listening not only for text, it's a door opening to the new world. You can find like basically everything you are interested in on the internet, and those skills helps you a lot in knowing about countries or parts of the world that you've never set your foot in. And that's what made me so in love with IELTS that I've been following it, chasing it for the past years. And so, for your experience, IELTS for you not only a test, but it's also something that helps you, some skills that helps you in your life, like research life, reading life, the not conquer of the test, but conquer of knowledge in life, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just the way of opinion about IELTS. Because lots of people out there, I found that they always think of IELTS as something they have to get. And they always set a score like 6, 6.5, and when they get it, they don't know what to do with it. So, for me, what I admire about 8.5 and 9 is not the score itself, but actually the skill, the level of skill that you achieve at that score. Since it allows you to write as a native speaker does. In terms of thinking, in terms of format, so that's what I admire about the score. I don't know if people think like me, but that's just part of who I am, and that's why I love IELTS. So that's the first thing I came when I saw your score. The first thing coming up in my mind is, how did he do the writing? I was so curious about the writing that I wanted to know. I don't think so. Luck can be set for maybe 9, because of course in writing we know it depends on the person as well, but it's not entirely luck. It can be only 10% of it.
And I teach you writing.
Correct.
To improve your luck a little bit.
Working, because luck is something that you make for yourself, not something that falls down the sky.
That's right. What's the wisdom, right?
Thank you. I don't remember what's written, but I'll try to make it 1. Now let's get back to advice. Since you've been working with IELTS for at least 4 months and A-list so long ago. Now, if you want to give an advice to people who are working with IELTS, in particular and in general English, so what would be your advice to them to achieve your score, or just to the level that you are at right now?
As I mentioned, I view English as something that you do every day.
Yes.
It's like an essential part of your life. And so, in order for you to achieve the level, an expert or advanced user of English, and then you should consider English as a part of the daily routine. Yes. So in my case, for example, I watch a lot of YouTube videos about all the topics that I like, and so most of them in English. I simultaneously familiarize myself with the language. And so, if you are aspiring for to master English, as well as scoring highly on the IELTS test, then my advice to you is to connect the language with something that you love to do. So, for example, the skill of reading. You can say that read English literature, like the likes of Harry Potter. It's a popular recommendation. And also read news articles from newspapers like The Guardian, New York Times. So you can also provide yourself, equip yourself with information every day on English. And pretty much everything that you like to research on. And so I think that's pretty much all you have to do. And so it doesn't have to be a few months, as I told you. It's not something you can achieve as fast as possible. It's a lifelong process. It's a lifelong battle. So little by little, do everything. It's like 1 hour per day, but you've got to stick to the schedule. So every day do it, and you will see the results in no time. Trust me.
Correct. I trust you because you already did that. So words from the ones with experience. Who can go against that, right?
I guess so.
Since one thing I found that you have in common with me is that the fact that you consider English not as a conquer, that you have to achieve, you have to get it as fast as possible. Because there is no way, there's no fast success.
That's right.
And little by little, that's the part that I love the most about your class. Since you cannot fight over once, you have to eat it one by one, and then it would add up to the level that you want.
That's
so,
our time about it. It sounds like
you study the way I did before. Not anymore, since I didn't have time for studying right now. I just have time for a little bit of reading every day, but I still do it every day, and I cannot live without English, even for a single day of my life. Because 7 years ago, I made it a part of my life, and until now, it still is.
I hope I did that twice.
Entirely, wholeheartedly, I love it until now. Because people say that if you are passionate about something, you would find no end of your inspiration to keep doing it. So yes, make it what you love. Or if you want to learn it from the way you love doing, instead of learning listening to someone and asking for advice and then strictly follow what they give you, right? What they give you, and even though you're so tired of it, you still follow it. And I think
you really got to make it personally.
Yes, correct. You have to make it what you love, what you like, and you have to learn it because you like it, or not because somebody makes you do it. Well, but happening in advanced class. Sometimes. Okay, so that's a lot about Quebec. But I think that the advice that you've just given to people would be taken into their hearts. And I hope that in the future, not only Smartcom students, but also people who would like to achieve high scores with IELTS would take that into their mind and heart and follow it. And soon you'll find your friends maybe in the same rank, in the same range and position as you right now. And you probably will become a part of their inspiration to get there. So partly like Uncle Ben, right?
Yeah. I hope they don't follow the crazy path later.
Why not? Well, sometimes people say crazy makes genius. So, who knows, right? Future.
Thanks for encouraging me.
Okay, but anyway, thank you so much for your time here. Thank you so much for your time here again.
Yeah, it's
and
a pleasure.
I hope that with not only 8.5 in IELTS, but also every goal that you set for your career, for your life in the future will all come true with the same dedication, with the same effort, and with the same direction that you are going right now. I believe that in the future you will become a great success in whatever field that you choose to work in. Thank you so much for your time here today again, and hope that in the future we'll see you perhaps as a teacher of English somewhere. Thank you so much again. It's a pleasure. It's a great pleasure talking to you.
You too.